Kenya is building one of the most ambitious stadiums in its history, the Talanta Sports Complex. A 60,000-seat facility. A key venue for AFCON 2027. A symbol, some say, of Kenya's rise as a regional sports powerhouse. But behind the construction, the headlines, and the promises, there's a growing debate. Is this really about sports? Or is it about politics? The Talanta Sports Complex was designed as a flagship national project. Located along Ngong Road in Nairobi, the stadium is expected to host major international tournaments, especially the 2027 Africa Cup of Nations, which Kenya will co-host with Uganda and Tanzania. The government positioned it as a boost to sports development, a driver of sports tourism, a modern facility to replace aging infrastructure. Construction began in 2024, with a fast-tracked timeline of about 2 years. On paper, it looks like progress. But major national projects don't exist in a vacuum, especially in politics. From the beginning, the project has been tied closely to political messaging. Mega infrastructure projects like Talanta often serve as legacy markers, something leaders can point to and say, "We built this." And that's where the first controversy begins. Because critics argue, the stadium is being used as a political symbol, not just a sports investment. It helps shape public perception ahead of elections or political transitions. It shifts focus toward visible projects instead of systemic reforms. This perception intensified when discussions emerged about renaming the stadium after a major political figure, signaling that the project may carry symbolic political weight beyond sports. Nothing fuels political controversy like money. And in the case of Talanta, the numbers raised serious concerns. An audit by Kenya's Auditor General revealed a cost discrepancy of approximately 10.85 billion Kenyan shillings in the project. Let that sink in. Over 10 billion shillings, unexplained. The report also pointed to procurement irregularities, lack of proper approvals, use of direct procurement instead of competitive bidding. Senators have since demanded answers, questioning whether legal procedures were bypassed, whether taxpayers are getting value for money. And this is where politics becomes unavoidable. Because once public money is involved, accountability becomes political. Some leaders have gone further, calling it a sign of systemic mismanagement, evidence of weak oversight in mega projects. At that point, the stadium stops being just a stadium. It becomes a political battleground. Another layer of controversy comes from who controls the project. Originally linked to sports authorities, parts of the project were later handled under the Ministry of Defense. This shift raised eyebrows. Lawmakers questioned why control moved from sports institutions, why billions were added without parliamentary approval, why funds were transferred through multiple channels. In politics, control equals power. And when control shifts unexpectedly, it raises concerns about transparency, oversight, decision-making authority. This isn't just about construction anymore. It's about governance. There's also the pressure of deadlines. Kenya must be ready to host AFCON 2027. That means tight timelines, high expectations, international scrutiny. And when politics meets deadlines, things can get complicated. There are concerns that speed is being prioritized over due process. Mistakes are being corrected mid-project. Decisions are being rushed to meet international commitments. For example, even design issues, like seating, have had to be corrected during construction to meet standards. That raises a key question. Is the urgency driven by sports needs, or political pressure to deliver results fast? Public opinion is divided. Some see Talanta as a bold step forward, a necessary investment, a source of national pride. Others see it as politically motivated, financially questionable, poorly prioritized. And this divide reflects a deeper issue in many countries. Can governments invest in large projects without them becoming political tools? Or is that impossible? The Talanta Sports Complex represents more than concrete and steel. It represents ambition, power, politics. It sits at the intersection of national pride and political influence. And maybe the real question isn't whether politics is involved. Because it always is. The real question is, will the project ultimately serve the people? Or the politics behind it?
you allow me to go to the show. I'm banging. What did you eat? Right? And you said, one, hey. I jump. Hãy subscribe cho kênh Ghiền Mì Gõ để không bỏ lỡ những video hấp dẫn.